Yo, this is Mr. Brown Can Moo, Can You? Written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book. Oh, the wonderful things Mr. Brown can do. He can go like a cow, he can go moo moo. Mr. Brown can do it, man, how about you? He can go like a bee, Mr. Brown can buzz. How about you? Can you go buzz buzz? He can go like a cork, pop 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 pop. He can go like horse feet, clop clop clop. He can go eek eek like a squeaky shoe. He can go like a rooster, cock-a-doodle doo. He can go like an owl, hoo hoo hoo. Eek 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 eek, cock-a-doodle doo. Hoo 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 hoo. How about you? He can go like the rain, dibble 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 dop. Dibble 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 dop dop dop. He can go like a train, choo 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 choo. All the wonderful things Mr. Brown can do. Moo moo, buzz buzz, pop pop pop. Eek eek, hoo hoo, clop clop clop. Dibble dibble dop dop, cock-a-doodle doo. Mr. Brown can do it, man, how about you? Mr. Brown can whisper, whisper. Very soft, very high, like a soft, soft whisper of a butterfly. Maybe you can too, I think you ought to try. He can go like a horn, blur, 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 blur. Like a big cat drinking slurp, 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 slurp. He can go like a clock, he can tick, he can talk. He can go like a hand on the door, knock, knock. Tick tock, knock, knock, knock. All the wonderful things Mr. Brown can do. Blur, blur, slurp, slurp, cock-a-doodle doo. Knock, knock, knock in, hoo, hoo, hoo. He can even sizzle, sizzle, he can do that too. Like an egg in the frying pan, how about you? Mr. Brown is so smart, smart as they come. He can do a hippopotamus chewing gum. Grum, 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 grum. Mr. Brown is so smart, he can even do this. He can even make noise like a goldfish kiss. Boom, 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 Mr. Brown is a wonder. Boom, 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 Mr. Brown makes thunder. He makes lightning, splat, splat, splat. And it's very, very hard to make a noise like that. All the wonderful things Mr. Brown can do. Moo, moo, buzz, buzz, pop, pop, pop. Eek, eek, hoo, hoo, clop, clop, clop. Dibble, dibble, dop, dop, cock-a-doodle doo. Grum, 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 choo, choo, choo. Boom, boom, splat, splat, tick, tick, tock. Sizzle, sizzle, blurp, blurp, knock, knock, knock. A slurp and a whisper and a fish gets too. Mr. Brown can do it, man, how about you? Yeah. Yo, y'all made that last video go crazy. So I'm gonna have to run it back with one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish by Dr. Seuss. Let's wrap this book. Yo, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish, ayy. This one has a little star, this one has a little car, ayy. Say what a lot of fish there are, yeah, some are red and some are blue, some are old and some are new, some are sad and some are glad and some are very, very bad, ayy, ayy. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know, man. Go ask your dad. Yeah, some are thin and some are fat. The fat one has a yellow hat. From there to here, from here to there. Funny things are everywhere, yeah. Here are some who like to run. They run for fun in the hot, hot sun. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. What a lot of funny things go by. Some have 2 feet and some have 4. Some have 6 feet and some have more. Where did they come? I cannot say, but I bet they've come a long, long way. We see them come, we see them go. Some are fast and some are slow. Some are high and some are low. Not one of them is like another. Don't ask why, just ask your mother. Lord, look at his finger. 1, 2, 3. How many fingers do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 11. 11. This is something new. Wish I had 11 too. Bump, bump, bump. Did you ever ride a bump? We have a bump with just one hump, but we know a name called Mr. Gump. Mr. Gump has a 7 hump wump. So if you like to go bump, bump, just stomp on the hump of the wump of Gump. Hey.
Something light.
Yo, this is There's a Rocket in My Pocket, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book, yeah. Did you ever have a feeling there's a wasket in your basket, or a neuro in your burrow, or a wazit in your closet? Sometimes I feel quite certain there's a jerkin in the curtain. Sometimes I have a feeling there's a Zlock behind the clock, and that's Zelp up on the shelf. I've talked to him myself, that's the kind of house I live in. There's a ink in the sink, and a zamp in the lamp, and they're rather nice, I think. Some of them are very friendly, like the yacht in the pot, but the yachtle in the bottle. Some are friendly, some are not. I like the Zabel on the table, and the gear under the chair, but they're both on the sofa. Well, I wish he wasn't there. All those nubbins in the cupboards, they're good fun to have about, but that new crush on my toothbrush, him I could do without. The only one I'm really scared of is that bug under the rug, and that quimney up the chimney. I don't like him, not at all, and it makes me sorta nervous when his all screams down the hall. But the yeps on the steps, they're great fun to have around, and so are many, many other friends that I have found, like the Teller and the Neller and the Geller and the Deller and the Beller and the Weller and the Zeller and the Cellar and the Geeling on the ceiling and the Zauer in my shower and the Zillow on my pillow. I don't care if you believe it, yeah, that's the kind of house I live in, and I hope we never leave it. Hey, this is The Cat in the Hat, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm finna rap this book. Yo, the sun did not shine, it was too wet to play. Hey, so we sat in the house, all that kept cold that day. I sat there with Sally, we sat there with two, and I said how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball, so we sat in the house, we did nothing at all. So all we could do was to sit, 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 and we did not like it, not one little bit. Bump, and then something went bump, hey. Had that bump made us jump, we looked and we saw him, step in on the mat, we looked and we saw him, the cat in the hat, and he said to us, why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun that is funny. I know some good games we can play to the cat, I know some new tricks to the cat in the hat, a lot of good tricks, I will show them to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do, cause Sally and I did not know what to say. Our mother was out of the house for the day, but our bitch said no, make that cat go away. Tell the cat in the hat you do not want to play, you should not be here, should not be about, should not be here when your mother is out. Now, have no fear, said the cat. My tricks are not bad, said the cat in the hat. Or we can have lots of good fun if you wish, with the game that I call up with the fish. Hey, put me down, said the fish. This is no fun at all. Put me down, said the fish. I do not wish to fall. Have no fear, said the cat. I will not let you fall. I will hold you up high as I stand on the bar with a book in one hand and a cup on my hat. But that is not all I can do, said the cat. Look at me now, said the cat, with a cup and a cake on the top of my hat. I can hold up 2 books, I can hold up the fish and a little toy ship and some milk on a dish. And look, I can hop up and down on the ball, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. Look at me now. It is fun to have fun, but you have to know how. I can hold up the cup and the milk and the cake. I can hold up these books and the fish on a rake. I can hold up the toy ship and a little toy man. And look at my tail, I can hold a red fan. I can fan with the fan as I hop on the ball, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. That is what the cat said. Then he fell on his head. He came down with a bump from up there on the ball. Hey. And Sally and I, we saw all the things fall. And a fish came down too, he fell into a pot. He said, do I like this? Oh no, I do not. This is not a good game, said the fish as he lit. No, I do not like it, not one little bit.
Oh shoot, it's time for some of that heavy flavor. Fox and Socks by Dr. Seuss. Take it slowly, this book is dangerous. Fox, socks, box, knocks, knocks and box, fox and socks, knocks on fox and socks and box, socks on knocks and knocks and box, socks and socks on box on knocks, chicks with bricks come, chicks with blocks come, chicks with bricks and blocks and clocks come. Look sir, Mr. Knox sir, let's do tricks with bricks and blocks, sir. Let's do tricks with chicks and clocks, sir. First I'll make a quick trick brick stack, then I'll make a quick trick block stack. You can make a quick trick chick stack, you can make a quick trick clock stack. And here's a new trick, Mr. Knox. Socks on chicks and chicks on fox, fox on clocks on bricks and blocks, bricks and blocks on knocks on box. Now we come to ticks and talks, sir. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, sir. Clocks on fox tick, clocks on knocks tick, sick bricks tick, sick chicks talk. Please, sir, I don't like this trick, sir. My tongue isn't quick or slick, sir. I get all those ticks and clocks, sir, mixed up with the chicks and talk, sir. I can't do it, Mr. Fox, sir. I'm so sorry, Mr. Knox, sir. Here's an easy game to play. Here's an easy thing to say. New socks, 2 socks. Who socks? Who socks? Who sews? Who socks? Who sews? Who socks? Who sees? Who sew? Who's new socks, sir? You see Sue sew Sue's new socks, sir. That's not easy, Mr. Fox, sir. Who comes? Crow comes. Slow Joe Crow comes. Who sews crow's clothes? Sue sews crow's clothes. Slow Joe Crow sews. Whose clothes? Sue's clothes. Sue sews socks to fox and socks now. Slow Joe Crow sews knocks and box now. Sue sews rows on. Slow Joe Crow's clothes. Fox sews hose on. Slow Joe Crow's nose. Hose goes, rose grows. Nose hose goes some. Crows rose grows some. Mr. Fox, I hate this game, sir. This game makes my tongue quite lame, sir. Mr. Knox, sir, what a shame, sir. We'll find something new to do now. Here is lots of new blue goo now. New goo, blue goo. Gooey gooey blue goo, new goo. Gluey gluey gooey goo for chewy chewing. That's what that goo goose is doing. Do you choose to chew goo too, sir? If sir, you sir, choose to chew, sir, with the goo goose. Chew, sir, do, sir. Mr. Fox, sir, I won't do it. I can't say I won't chew it very well, sir. Step this way, we'll find another game to play. Bim comes, Ben brings Ben broom. Ben brings Bim broom, Ben bends Ben's broom. Bim bends Ben's broom, Bim's Ben's Ben's. Ben's bent broom breaks, Bim's bent broom breaks. Ben's band, Bim's band, big bands, pig bands. Bim and Ben lead bands with brooms. Ben's band bangs and Bim's band booms. Pig band, boom band, big band, broom band. My poor mouth can't say that, no sir. My poor mouth is much too slow, sir. Well then bring your mouth this way, you'll find it something it can say. Luke Luck likes lakes, Luke Stuck likes lakes. Luke Luck licks lakes, Luke Stuck licks lakes. Duck takes licks and lakes, Luke Luck likes. Luke Luck takes licks in ducks, lakes likes. I can't blab such blibber blabber, my tongue isn't made of rubber. Mr. Knox, now come now, come now. You don't have to be so dumb now. Try to say this, Mr. Knox, please. Through 3 cheese trees, 3 free fleas flew. While these fleas flew, Freezy breeze blew, Freezy breeze made these 3 trees freeze. Freezy trees made these trees cheese freeze. That's what made these 3 free fleas sneeze. Stop it, that's enough, sir. I can say such silly stuff, sir. Very well then, Mr. Knox, sir. Let's have a little talk about Tweedle Beetles. What do you know about Tweedle Beetles? Well, when Tweedle Beetles fight, it's called a Tweedle Beetle battle. And when they battle in a puddle, it's a Tweedle Beetle puddle battle. And when Tweedle Beetles battle with paddles in a puddle, they call it a Tweedle Beetle puddle paddle battle. And when beetles battle beetles in a puddle paddle battle, and the beetle battle puddle is a puddle in a bottle, they call this a Tweedle Beetle bottle puddle paddle battle muddle. And when beetles fight these battles in a bottle with their paddles, and the bottle's on a poodle and the poodle's eating noodles, they call this a muddle puddle tweedle poodle beetle noodle bottle paddle battle. And now wait a minute, Mr. Sox Fox, when a fox is in the bottle where the Tweedle Beetles battle with their paddles in a puddle on a noodle eating poodle, this is what they call a Tweedle Beetle noodle poodle bottle paddle muddle duddle fuddle wuddle fox and socks, sir. Fox and socks, our game is done, sir. Thank you for a lot of fun, sir.
Yo, this is Dr. Seuss's ABC, and I'm gonna rap this bug. Big A, little A, what begins with A? And he's alligator, A. Big B, little B, what begins with B? Barber, baby, bubbles, and a bumblebee. Big C, little C, what begins with C? Camel on the ceiling, C. Big D, little D, David Donald do. Dreamed of dozen donuts and a duck dog too. A, B, C, D, E. Ear, egg, elephant, E. Big F, little F. Four fluffy feathers on a F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Go girl, Google goggles, G. Big H, little H, hungry horse, hey. Hen in a hat, hooray. Big I, little I. Ichabod is itchy, so am I. Big J, little J, what begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar and jam begin that way. Big K, little K, kitten kangaroo. Kick a kettle kite and a king's Kurt chew. Big L, little Lola lop. Left leg, lazy lion, licks a lollipop. Big M, little M, many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Big N, little N, what begins with those 9 new neckties and a nitrate in the nose? Oh, it's very useful, you use it when you say Oscar's only ostrich, oil and orange out today. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Painting people pajamas, policeman in a pail. Peter Pepper's puppy and now Papa's in the pail. Big Q, little Q, what begins with Q? The quick Queen of Quincy and her quack and quackaroo. Big R, little R, Rosie, Robin, Ross. Rosie going riding on a Reverend Ross. Big S, little S, silly Sammy Slick. Sip 6 sodas and got sick. T, what begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a tuttle tree. Big U, little U, what begins with U? Uncle loves umbrella and his underwear too. Big V, little V, very violet pen is very awful on a violin. WWW, Willie Waterloo. Watches Warren Wiggins who is watching Waldo Woo. X is very useful if your name is Nixie Knox. It also comes in handy spelling X and extra fox. Big Y, little Y, yawning yellow yak. Young Yolanda Jorgensen is yelling on his back. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Big Z, little Z, what begins with Z? I'm as is, as you can plainly see. Yo, this is Green Eggs and Ham, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm finna rap this book. That Sam I am, I do not like that Sam I am. What do you like, green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? I don't like them in the house. I don't like them with a mouse. I don't like them here or there. I don't like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a box? Not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house and not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you, could you, in a car? Eat them, here they are. Would not, could not, in a car, yeah. You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. I could not, would not, in a tree. Not in the car, you let me be, yeah. I don't like them in a box, I don't like them with a fox, I don't like them in a house, I don't like them with a mouse, I don't like them here or there, I don't like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. A train. Could you, would you, on a train? Yeah. Not on a train, not in a tree, not in the car, Sam, let me be. I would not, could not, in a box. I could not, would not, with the fox. I will not eat them with the mouse. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Say, in the dark, here in the dark. Would you, could you, in the dark? I would not, could not, in the dark. Would you, could you, in the rain? I would not, could not, in the rain. Not in the dark, not on the train, not in the car, not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam, you see. Not in a house, not in a box, not with the mouse and not with the fox. I will not eat them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. You do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Yo, this is Yordle the Turtle, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book. On the faraway island of Salamasan, Yordle the turtle was king of the pond. A nice little pond, it was clean, it was neat. The water was warm, there was plenty to eat. The turtles had everything turtles might need, and they were all happy, quite happy indeed. They were until Yordle, the king of them all, decided the kingdom he ruled was too small. I'm ruler, said Yordle, of all that I see, but I don't see enough, that's a problem with me. With the stone for a throne, I look down on my pond, but I cannot look down on the places beyond. This throne that I sit on is too low down. It ought to be higher, he said with a frown. If I could sit high, how much greater I'd be. What a king, I'd be ruler of all I could see. So Yordle the turtle king lifted his hand, and Yordle the turtle king gave a command. He ordered 9 turtles to swim to a stone, and using these turtles, he built a new throne. He made each turtle stand on another one's back, and he piled them up in a 9 turtle stack, and then Yordle climbed up, he sat down on the pile. What a wonderful view, he could see most a mile. All mine, Yordle cried, oh the things that now rule. I'm king of a cow, and I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house, and what's more beyond that, I'm king of a blueberry bush and a cat. I'm Yordle the turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. And all through that morning, he sat there up high, saying over and over, a great king am I, until long about noon. Then he heard a faint sigh. What's that? Snapped the king, and he looked down a stack, and he saw at the bottom a turtle named Mac, just part of his throne. And this plain little turtle looked up and he said, beg your pardon, King Yordle, I pains at my back and my shoulders and knees. How long must we stand here, your majesty, please? Silence, the king of the turtles barked back. I'm king and you're only a turtle named Mac. You stay in your place while I sit here and rule. I'm king of a cow and I'm king of a mule. I'm king of a house and a bush and a cat. But that isn't all, I'll do better than that. My throne shall be higher, his royal voice thundered. So pilot more turtles, I want about 200.
Phantom.
Turtles, more turtles, he bellowed and brayed. And the turtles way down in the pond were afraid. They trembled, they shook, but they came, they obeyed. From all over the pond, they came swimming by dozens. Whole families of turtles with uncles and cousins. And all of them stepped on the head of poor Mac. One after the other, they climbed up the stack. Then Yordle the turtle was perched up so high he could see 40 miles from his throne in the sky. Hooray, shouted Yordle, I'm king of the trees, I'm king of the birds, and I'm king of the bees. I'm king of the butterflies, king of the air. I'm me, what a throne, what a wonderful chair. I'm Yordle the turtle, oh marvelous me, for I am the ruler of all that I see. Yo, this is Oh Say, Can You Say? Written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book. Oh, say, can you say the book re-impaired name Hui? The words in this book are all fooey. When you say them, your lips will make slips and backflips, and your tongue may end up in St. Louis. Do you like fresh fish? It's just fine at Finney's Diner. Finney also has some fresher fish that's fresher and much finer, but the best fish is his freshest fish. And Finney says with pride, the finest fish at Finney's is my freshest fish. French fries, so don't order the fresher fish at Finney's. If you're wise, you'll say fetch me the finest French fry freshest fish that Finney fries. We have a dinosaur named Den. Den's thin. Den doesn't have much skin, and the bones fall out of his left front shin. And then we have to call him Pin or Blin, who comes in with this handy shin pin bin, and with the thin blin shin bone pin. Blin pins, then shin bones right back in. Bed spreader spreads on beds. Bread spreader spread butters on breads. And the bed spreader better watch out how he's spreading, or the bread spreader's her gonna better his bedding. As he gobbled the cakes on his plate, the greedy ape said as he ate. The green of green grapes are the keen apes are the gobble the green grape cakes. They're great. Are you having trouble in saying this stuff? It's really quite easy for me. I just look in the mirror and see what I say, and then I just say what I see. You should leave your groks home when you travel by air. If you take them along, they charge double the fare. And your groks must be packed up, locked up in a groks box, which costs much more than a little old fox box. So it's heaps a lot cheaper to fly with your foxes to waste all the money on boxes for groks. So what do you think costs more? A simple thimble or a single shingle? A simple thimble could cost less than a single shingle would, I guess. So I think the single shingle should cost more than a simple thimble would. If you like to eat potato chips and chew pork chops on clipper ships, I said just that you chew a few chips and a chop it, skipper zips, clipper ship, chip, chop, shop. And if your tongue is getting greasy, don't give up, this next one's easy. There are so many things that you really should know, and that's why I'm bothering telling you so. You should know the first names of the Fudd and the brothers who like to pile each on the heads of the others. If you start at the top, they're Bipper and Bud, and Skipper and Jipper and Jeffrey and Judd, Horatio, Horace and Hendrick and Hud, and then comes in Woody and Denny and Dud. Also Fitzsimmons and Frederick and Fudd, and Slinky and Sneaky and Stewart and Stud, and down at the bottom is poor little Lud. But if Lud ever sneezes, his name will be Mud. Yo, this is All the Places You'll Go, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book. Yo, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down the streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street, and you might not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Yo, this is the Lorax, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book. At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows and no birds ever sing except the no crows is the street of the lifted Lorax. And deep in the grickle grass, some people say if you look deep enough you can still see the day where the Lorax once stood just as long as it could before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax and why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the grickle grass grows? The old Onceler lives there, ask him, he knows. You won't see the Onceler, don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum cold under the roof where he makes his own clothes at a myth-mufford move. And on special dank midnights in August he peeks out of the shutters and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you perhaps if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope he lets down a tin pail and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail in the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather's snail.
Then he pulls up the pail and makes a most careful count to see if you paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his stub, his secret strange hole in his grubble, his glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper my phone, for the secrets I tell you are for your ears alone. Slup, down slups a whisper my phone to your ear, and the old one's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snurgly hose, and he sounds as if he had small trees up his nose. Now I'll tell you, he says with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long time back, way back in the days when the grass was still green and the pond was still wet and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the Swami Swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffle of trees, the bright colored tufts of the truffle of trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and they truffle of fruits. From the rippleless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffle of trees, all my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tusks was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do, I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffle of tree with one chop, and with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a need. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I looked, I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard, I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed, what's that thing that you've made out of my truffle of tuft? Look, Lorax, I said there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree, I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful, this thing is a need. A needs to find something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat, but it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers, for bicycle seats. The Lorax said, sir, you are crazy with greed. There's no one on earth who would buy that fool need. But the very next minute I proved he was wrong, for just at that minute a chap came along and he thought that the need I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax, you poor stupid guy, you can never tell what some people will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him, shut up if you please. I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone, I put in a quick call. I called all of my brothers and uncles and aunts, and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Oncer family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road to North Niche, turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. And in no time at all in the factory I built, the whole Oncer family was working full tilt. We were all knitting thieves just as busy as bees to the sound of the chopping of truffle of trees. Then oh baby oh, how did my business grow? Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow, so I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffle of trees at one smacker. We were making needs 4 times as fast as before, and that Lorax he didn't show up anymore. But the next week he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping down as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots, who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating truffle of fruits. Now thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffle of fruit to go round, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I the once felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know. I meant no harm, I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I bigger my factory, I bigger my roads, I bigger my wagons, I bigger my loads. Of the needs I shipped out, I was shipping them forth, to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs, and I bigger my money, which everyone needs. And again he came back, I was fixing some pipes, when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I am the Lorax, he coughed and he whiffed, he sneezed and he snuffled, he gargled, he sniffed. Once he cried with the crupulous croak, once you're making such smuggless smoke. My poor Swami Swans, but they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. And so said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They can't live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog he smogged up around here. What's more, snapped the Lorax, his dander was up. Let me say a few words about the gluppity glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity glup, also sloppity slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old Onceler man, you. You're glumping up the pond where the humming fish hum. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off, or the future is dreary. They walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. Then I got mad, I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, now listen here dad, all you do is yap yap and say bad bad bad. Well I have my rights sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffle of trees into thieves, which everyone needs. And at that very moment we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard a tree fall, the very last truffle of tree of them all. No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So in no time my uncles and aunts, everyone, waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke smugger stars. Now all that was left neath the bad smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad backwards glance as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he heisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with one word, unless. Whatever that meant, well I couldn't guess. That was long ago, but each day since that day I've sat here and worried away. Through the years when my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the one certain, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is gonna get better, it's not. So catch calls the one, so he lets something fall. It's a truffle of seed, it's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffle of seeds. And truffle of trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest protected from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of its friends may come back.
Yo, this is If I Ran the Circus, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this bug. In all the whole town, the most wonderful spot is behind C-Lock's store in the big vacant lot. It's just the right spot for my wonderful plan. Say young Morris McGurk if I clean up the cans. Now a fella like me said young Morris McGurk could get rid of this junk with a half hour's work. I could yank up those weeds and chop down the dead tree and haul up those old cards, there are just 2 or 3. And then the whole place would be ready, you see. All ready to put up the tents for my circus. I think I will call it the Circus McGurkus. The Circus McGurkus, the world's greatest show on the face of the earth or wherever you go. The Circus McGurkus, the cream of the cream. The Circus McGurkus, the Circus Supreme. The Circus McGurkus, colossal, stupendous, astounding, fantastic, terrific, tremendous. I'll bring in my acrobats, jugglers, and clowns from 1,033 faraway towns to the place that you'll see him in, ladies and gents, right behind Sneelock's store in the Great McGurk tent. And I don't suppose Mr. Sneelock will mind when he suddenly has a big circus behind. Cause after all, Mr. Sneelock is one of my friends. He might even help doing small odds and ends, doing little jobs he could be of some aid, such as selling balloons and a pink lemonade. I think 500 gallons will be about right, and then I'll be ready for opening night. What an opening night, what a night, what a sight. I'll hoist up the curtains, the crowds will crowd in, and my Circus McGurkus will promptly begin with the welcoming toot on my welcoming horn by my horn-tooting apes from the jungles of Jorn, where the very best horn-tooting apes are all born. Cause the very fresh air there is fine for their lungs, and some of those fellows have 2 or 3 tongues. This way, step right in. This way, ladies and gents. My sideshow starts here in the first of my tents. When you see what goes on, you'll say know what the circus is. Half the great circus a Circus McGurkus is. Here on stage 1 from the ocean of Ulf is the sight most amazing, a walrus named Rolf, who can stand on 1 whisker, the wonderful Rolf. On top of 5 balls, 2 for 10 is 3 golf. It's a marvelous trick, if I say so myself.
And on stage number 2, here is something quite new.
From a country called From comes his drum tummy snum, who can drum any tune that you might care to hum. Doesn't hurt him a bit cause his drum tummy's numb. And now you'll meet the Foon, the remarkable Foon, who eats sizzling hot pebbles that fall off the moon. And the reason that he likes them red hot, it appears, as he greatly enjoys blowing smoke from his ears. Of course, pebbles like this are quite hard to collect, but Sneelock will manage somehow, I expect. After all, Mr. Sneelock is one of my friends, and I'm sure he'll help out doing small odds and ends. And on stage number 4, see the wily Wallow, who can throw his long tail as a sword of lasso. With a flip of the hip, with a tail of this kind, he can capture whoever is standing behind. He can capture old Sneelock, I'm sure he won't mind. And now here is Hoodwink, who winks in his wink hood. Without a good wink hood, a hoodwink can't wink good. In post, let me tell you, there's only one circus with wink hooded hoodwinks, the Circus McGurkus.
Yo, this is The Sneetches, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this bug.
Now the star belly Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they were really so small. You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all, but because they had stars, all the star belly Sneetches would brag, we're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches. With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. Will have nothing to do with the plain belly sort. And whenever they met someone, they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the star belly children went out to play ball, could the plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You could only play if your bellies had stars, and the plain belly children had none upon theirs. When the star belly Sneetches had Frankfurter roast, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toast, they never invited the plain belly Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day it seems, while the plain belly Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. My friends, he announced in a voice clear and clean, my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles, I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that, I'm the fix-it-up chappy. I've come here to help you, I have what you need, and my prices are low and I work at great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed. Then quickly Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, you want stars like a star belly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard. So they clamored inside, then the big machine roared, and it clonked and it bonked and it jerked and it burked and it bopped them about, but the thing really worked. When the plain belly teachers popped out, they had stars. They actually did, they had stars upon ours. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start. We're exactly like you can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter party. Good grief, grown the ones who had the stars at the first. We're still the best niches and they are the worst. But now how in the world will we know they all frown? If which kind is what, or the other way around? Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who, that's perfectly true. But come with me friends, do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best niches on beaches, and all it'll cost you is $10 each. Belly stars are no longer in style, said McBean. What you need is a trip through my star off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like sieges who had them on theirs. And a handy machine working very precisely removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then with snoots in the air they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout. We know who is who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of sneeches are sneeches without. Then of course those stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then of course old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star off machine. Then of course from then on, as you probably guessed, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of the day on those wild screaming beaches, the fix it up chappie kept fixing up sneeches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plane or the star bellies knew whether this one was that one or that one was this one, or which one was what one or what one was who. Then when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix it up chappie packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They will never learn, no you can't teach a sneak. But McBean was quite wrong, I'm quite happy to say that the sneeches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that sneeches are sneeches, and no kind of sneech is the best on the beaches. That day all the sneeches forgot about stars, and whether they had one or not upon ours.
We are same, but different, but still same.
Yo, this is all the things you can think, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna wrap this book. You can think of some birds, is what you can do. You can think about yellow and think about blue. You can think about red, you can think about pink. You can think of a horse, or the things you can think, or the things you can think of if only you try. If you try, you can think of a guff going by and you don't have to stop. You can think about slop, beautiful slop with a cherry on top. You can think about gloves, you can think about snubs. You can think a long time about snubs under gloves. You can think about Kitty O'Sullivan Krause in a big balloon swimming pool over her house. Think of black water, think of a white sky. Think of a boat, think of blues blowing by. You can think about night, a night in the nup. The birds are asleep and the three moons are up. You can think about day, a day in the day. The water is blue and the birds are awake. Think and wonder and think. How much water can 55 elephants drink? You can wonder, how long is the tail of a song? There are so many things that a thinker can think. Would you dare yank a tooth of a ring or fink? And what would you do if you met a jaboo? Oh, the things you can think. Think of Peter the postman who crosses the ice once every day and on Saturdays twice. Think you can think anything that you wish. Think of race on a horse on a ball with a fish. Think of light, think of bright, think of stairs in the night. Think of ship, think of a long trip. To visit the Bipper of Bip. And left, think of left, think about Beth. Why is that Beth always goes to the left? Why is it so many things that go to the right? You can think about that until Saturday night. Think left and think right and think low and think high. Oh, the things you can think of if only you try. Yeah. Oh, the things you can think of if only you try. Yeah.
Yo, this is In a People House, written by Theo Lasig, and I'm gonna wrap this book. Come inside, Mr. Bird, said the mouse. I'll show you what there is in a people house. A people house has things like chairs, things like roller skates and stairs, banana, bathtubs, bottles, brooms. That's what you'll find in people's rooms. Scissors, needle, buttons, thread, cup and saucer, pillow, bed. These are donuts, here's a door. Come along, I'll show you more. Here's a ceiling, here's a floor. Piano, peanuts, popcorn pails, pencil, paper, hammer, nails, salt and pepper, goldfish key, table, telephone, TV. Come on, there's more to see. You'll see a kitchen sink in a people house, a shoe and a sock and a clock, said the mouse. Bread and butter, window wall, toothbrush, hairbrush, big blue ball, baked beans, bureau, drawers and books, lights and lamps and hats and hooks, mirror, marble, shirt and string, knife, fork, spoon and bells to ring, dolls and dishes, teapot, trash. Look out below, I'm going to crash. And another thing, it's time you knew, a people house has people too. And now, Mr. Bird, you know, said the mouse, you know what there is in a people house.
Yo, this is I Can Read With My Eyes Shut, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna wrap this book. Yeah. I can read in red, I can read in blue, I can read in pickle color too, yeah. I can read in bed and in purple and in brown. I can read in a circle and upside down. I can read with my left eye, I can read with my right. I can read Mississippi with my eyes shut tight. Mississippi, Indianapolis and hallelujah too. I can read them with my eyes shut, that is very hard to do, but it's bad for my hat, it makes my eyebrows get red hot.
So reading with my eyes shut, I don't do an awful lot. And when I keep them open, I can read with much more speed. You have to be a speedy reader, cause there's so much to read. You can read about trees and bees and knees on trees and bees on threes. You can read about anchors and all about ants. You can read about ankles and crocodile pants. You can read about hoses and how to smell roses, and what you should do about owls on noses. Young cat, if you keep your eyes open enough, oh, the stuff you will learn, the most wonderful stuff. You learn about fish bones and wishbones and trombones too. You'll learn about Jake the Pillow Snake and all about food that's new. You can learn about ice, you can learn about mice and mice on ice and ice on mice. You can learn about the price of ice. Nice ice for sale, that's 10 cents a pail. You can learn about sad and glad and mad. There are so many things you can learn about, but you'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. You might learn a way to earn a few dollars, or how to make donuts or kangaroo collars. You can learn to read music and play a hut-zut if you keep your eyes open, but not with them shut. If you read with your eyes shut, you're likely to find that the place where you're going is far, far behind. So that's why I tell you to keep your eyes wide. Keep them wide open, well, at least on one side.
Yo, this is the Sleep Book, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book.
The news just came in from the county of Keck that a very small bug by the name of Van Vleck is yawning so wide you can look down his neck. This may not seem very important, I know, but it is, so I'm bothering telling you so. A yawn is quite catching, you see, like a cough. It just takes one yawn to start the yawns off. Now the news has come in that some friends of Van Vleck, so yawning so wide you can look down their necks. At this moment right now, when there's 7 more noses, great yawns are in blossom, they're blooming like roses. The yawn of that one little bug is still spreading. According to latest reports, it is heading across the wide fields through the sleepy night air, across the whole country, toward every which where. And people are gradually starting to say, I feel rather drowsy, I've had quite a day. Creatures are starting to think about rest. Too big for bomb birds are now building their nests. They do it each night, and quite often I wonder how they do this big job without making a blunder. But that is their problem, not yours and not mine. The point is they're going to bed, and that's fine. Sleep dust is spreading throughout the whole land. The time for night brushing of teeth is at hand. Up Herkimer Falls where the great river rushes and crashes down crags and great gargling gushes. The Herkimer sisters are using their brushes. Those falls are just grand for toothbrushing beneath, if you happen to be up that way with your teeth. The news just came in from the castle of Crow that the lights are all out and the drawbridge is up. And the old drawbridge jar just said with a yawn, my drawbridge is drawn and it's gonna stay drawn till the milkman delivers the milk about dawn. I'm going to bed now, so nobody better come round with a special delivery letter. The number of sleepers is steadily growing. Bed is where more and more people are going. In Culpeper Springs and in Stillwalker's Hall, the Stillwalker stilts are all stacked on the wall. The Stillwalker walkers have called it a day. They're all tuckered out and they're snoozing away. This is very big news, it's important to know, and that's why I'm bothering telling you so. Way out in the west in the town of Merced, the Hinklehorn Honking Club just went to bed. Every horn has been quietly hung on a hook for the night in its own private Hinklehorn nook. All this long happy day they've been honking about, and the Hinklehorn honkers have honked themselves out. But they'll wake up quite fresh in the morning, and then they'll start right in Hinklehorn honking again. Everywhere creatures are falling asleep. The collapsible frink just collapsed in a heap, and by adding the frink to the others before, I'm able to give you the who's asleep score. Right now 40,404 creatures are happily deeply in slumber. I think you'll agree that's a whopping fine number. Counting up sleepers, just how do we do it? Really quite simple, there's nothing much to it. We find out how many, we learn the amount by an audio talio count on a mountain halfway between Reno and Rome. We have a machine in a plexiglass dome which listens and looks into everyone's home. Whoa, 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 that's creepy. Yo, this is I'm Not Going to Get Up Today, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book. Yo, please let me be, please go away. I'm not going to get up today. The alarm can ring, the birds can peep. My bed is warm, my pillow's deep. Today's the day I'm going to sleep. I don't care if kids are getting up right now all over town. I'm the kid who isn't getting up, I'm staying down. All around the world are getting up, and that's okay with me. Let the kids get up in Switzerland or Memphis, Tennessee. Let the kids get up in Alaska and in China, I don't care. Let the kids get up in Italy. Let the kids get up in Spain. Let them get up in Massachusetts and Connecticut and Maine. Let the kids get up in London and in Paris and Berlin. Let them get up all they want to, but not me, I'm sleeping in. I've never been so sleepy since I can't remember when. You can take away my breakfast, give my air back to the hen. Nobody's gonna get me up, no matter what he does. Today's my day for woozies, snoozies, zazz. You can tickle my feet, you can shake my bed, you can pour cold water on my head, but you're wasting your time, so go away. I'm not going to get up today. Bed is where I'm gonna stay, and I don't care what the neighbors say. I've never liked them anyway. Let them try to wake me. Let them scream and yell and yelp. They can yelp from now to Christmas, but it ain't gonna help. My bed is warm, my pillow's deep. Today's the day I'm gonna sleep. I don't choose to be up walking, I don't choose to be up talking. The only thing I am choosing is till I hear woozy snoozing. So won't you kindly go away? I'm not going to get up today. You won't get me up with a strawberry flip. You won't get me up with a marshmallow dip or a pineapple butterscotch ding dang do. My tongue is asleep and my teeth are too. You can try with dogs and roosters, you can try with goats and geese, but I'm gonna go on snoozing. You can bring in the police, you can print it in the papers, spread the news all over town, but nothing's gonna get me up today. I'm staying down. You can shoot at me with peas and beans. You can bring in the United States Marines, can put the whole thing on TV, but I won't get up today, not me. Nothing's gonna get me up, why can't you understand? You'll only waste your money if you hire a big brass band. That's why I say please go away. I'm not going to get up today. I guess he really means it, so you can have the egg. Yo, this is If You Think There's Nothing to Do, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm gonna rap this book. If you are bored or perhaps even blue, or if you think there's nothing to do, well that's not the case, and I'll show you why. Here are some things that you might like to try. You can juggle some books or you can read them. Balance cats on your heads or pet them and feed them. You can purchase a tank, fill it with fish, a turtle, a snail, some plants if you wish. But when you feed fish, do not give them a lot, or the fish may not fit in the tank that you got. Do not lie around doing nothing at all. You can pick up the phone and give someone a call. You can stay in a house and fly kites in a hall, or try going outside and play ball on the wall. You might want to spruce up what you wear every day. You simply get started in your usual way. Then try adding feathers or some polka dot shoes, a small hat, a tall hat, whatever you choose. You can pedal a bike, you can paddle a boat, you can saddle a rhino and ride with a goat. You can swim in a pool on a day that is hot, or skate on the ice on a day that is not. Jump over a chair, bounce on a bed, swing through the air, stand on your head. Standing on your head, I think you'll agree, changes the perspective of all that you see. Find some things that go bang, find a thing that goes boom, add a thing that goes two, now march out of the room. You can play tic-tac-toe with your hands or your feet. Sometimes you will win, sometimes you'll get beat, yeah. Hide behind a curtain or up on a shelf, yeah. You can hide from a friend, but not from yourself, yeah. Here is an idea, you can try if you dare. Count to 10 as you stand with one foot in the air, hey. If you are hungry, try butter on bread. Or what about donuts? You could try those instead. You can scramble some eggs, or you can fry them. Green eggs and ham, I think you should try them. There's so many things you can do with your voice. It's all up to you, so just make a choice. You can talk, you can sing, you can whisper, whisper, whisper. You can shout, but being too loud may get you sent out. You might want to grow plants, it is not very hard. Plants will grow in the house if you don't have a yard. But be careful with seeds, do not fling them about, or you might be surprised where your garden will sprout. Try taking a pencil or pen and some ink to write down your dreams and all that you think. You might want to paint what you see in your head. Don't paint on the wall, use some paper instead, yeah. You can build something new using everyday things, like bricks and sticks and blocks and strings. So I hope you can see what I told you is true. It is never the case that there's nothing to do. Yo, what's up? This is Please Try to Remember the 1st of October, written by Dr. Seuss, and I'm finna rap this book. Yo, everyone wants a big green kangaroo. Maybe perhaps you would like to have two. I want you to have them, I'll buy them for you if you wait till the 1st of October. Everyone wants a new skateboard TV. Some people want 2, some people want 3. Perhaps you want 4, but that's okay with me if you wait till the 1st of October. Just say what you want. You want pickles on trees? Wanna swing through the air on a flying trapeze? Just say what you want, and whatever you'll say, you'll get on October the 1st. What a day when October comes round. You can play a hot tune on your very expensive new Juke Mazoon. I wish you could play it in May or in June, but May is too early and June is too soon. When October gets here, no work and no school. We'll build you a playhouse, we'll build you a pool. We would build them right now, but right now it's too cool. Yeah, cause right now it's too cool, and we'll buy you a wonderful cheap up like height. We will if you wait till the month is just right. October's the best because March is too dusty, and April won't do because April's too gusty. What more do you want? Do you and your dog want more time to relax? Less time on your feet and more time on your backs. More time in the air and less time on the ground. You'll get it as soon as October comes round. Wanna take a great trip? Well, I know a great ship sails to Alaska, Nebraska, and Sweden, making stops like adopts in the garden of Eden, and it sails in October. What else do you want? Wanna play a new sport? In October, we will build you a hot soccer court. You'll get all that you want. You just write out your list. Everyone has an October 1st list. Write slowly now, please don't break your wrist. No, seriously, please don't break your wrist. Then one of these days, the October 1st van will drive up to your house as fast as it can. Whatever you want, you will get in big bags and boxes and crates with your names on the tags. You'll have rockets to shoot, you'll have bombs you can burst on the wonderful night of October the 1st. On the 1st of October, you'll stay up all night, drinking 66 six-packs of Doodle Delight. Whatever you ask for, I want you to get, but I'm sorry, October just isn't here yet.